It's time now to talk some Pigskin preview, and we go over to the Big Northern West Conference. And with me I have Byron Tigers head coach Jeff Boyer. Hey, Coach, good to have you along this year.
Thanks for having me.
Let's talk a little bit about Byron. I see you don't have to go to Wisconsin this year, right? You don't start the season out in Wisconsin like you did last year.
Yeah, we still have to go on the road and play at Marengo, but it's not the 4-hour trip that we took last year. So, yeah, we're in a much better situation this year.
Let's talk about the Tigers. I mean, you're in the Big Northern West Conference, and it seems like every time you're in that game or in that conference, every week seems to be a way to determine your playoff status. And it's just one of the, like you said, you got Marengo to start the year, and then at the end of the year, you get to play Oregon, Stillman Valley, and Rockford Lutheran and Winnebago.
Yeah, it's a tough conference. There's no doubt about it. You know, every week you're in a dogfight. You know, whether you're on top of the conference or bottom, it doesn't matter. You know, people come ready to play, and yeah, I always call that like the gauntlet. We get to that midpoint of the season, and every week we're playing someone that's, you know, a playoff caliber team.
And I also see you pick up Dixon this year as well.
Yeah, supposedly they're supposed to have a very good team this year, and you know, it should be a competitive game for us, week 9.
You know, as you get ready for the season, how does it look this year offensively for the Tigers?
Well, we got a few kids returning. You know, we got a little bit more depth this year. You know, we're two platooned at, you know, most of the backfield positions, and you know, up front we're probably as big as we've ever been up front. So we're hoping for good things from that group.
And when you look at that offensive line, they going to be ready to go?
Oh yeah, they'll be ready to go.
And the defensive side, what's the defensive side look like this year for Byron? Because I know that you got to worry about people like James Robinson over at Lutheran.
Yeah, there's no doubt he's a great player, and you know, we have to find a way to keep him in check. But you know, defensively, we have a few more guys returning, and you know, looking for good things from them. You know, kids that can run to the ball, kids that are physical. So I think we'll be just fine.
How do you describe the Big Northern West? Is it a run-oriented conference, or is there a lot of wide open passing now, or is it just a little bit of a mixture of everything? It seems like it's changed over the last couple of years.
It is a little bit of both, but you know, to be competitive in this league, I think you have to, you know, play a physical caliber of game. You know, you see Stillman, you see Oregon, you see Bego. You know, those teams they're gonna you know, punch you in the mouth and smash the ball. But then, like you said, there is a little bit of a change-up. You know, you see the Rockford Lutherans and the Rock Falls and teams that spread it out a little bit more, and you have to defend those teams a little bit differently than you would, you know, in Oregon or Stillman.
And you know, for the next couple of years at least, you'll be playing all Big Northern schools until that new conference starts. Does that make it easier or harder for you? I know some of them are crossover games, but it's a little bit more structured than it has been the last couple of years. Yeah,
we really we just lost one crossover game is all we lost. We're still playing that non-conference game, you know, week 1, and then crossover week 2. So we just lost one crossover and added a conference opponent. Marengo happens to be on the other side. It was just, you know, luck that we ended up, you know, playing them, and it happens to be someone from the other side of the conference.
That's half the problem anymore, isn't it, with high school football, just the scheduling part of it sometimes?
Oh, absolutely. You know, you want to get your kids a game, but everyone's fighting for, you know, the 5 wins to get in the playoffs. So you have to be careful on, you know, who you schedule.
You know, in a conference like the Big Northern, it's important to have some good special teams. How do you look for this year against those other schools?
I think we'll be just fine. You know, we got some skilled kids that can run the football, and you know, I think that'll be a strength for us this year.
You're kicking,
we also have a kicker, Danny Falconer. He's all conference last year, and has really worked on his kicking game, and I think that's going to be a weapon for us as well.
When you look at this year, what do you feel your goals are for this season? What would you like to see? I know 2-7 is not what you were hoping for last year, and I know that Byron has that proud football tradition over there.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I'm a Byron grad, so I'm well aware of, you know, what the expectations are here, and you know, we had a little bit of a down year last year, but our kids are hungry. They're ready to bounce back, and you know, I think a goal for us is, you know, first of all, get in the playoffs. but it takes one game at a time, and like I said earlier, it's a dogfight every single week in this conference.
There's some new conditions the IHSA keeps putting on football schools. I mean, we're talking to you during the off week, and then there's the contact and all that stuff. Has that caused you any issues, or are you just kind of working around that, or are you happy with that situation?
Not really. I'm fine with it. It really doesn't affect us a whole lot because we don't even come close to our 25 contact days anyways. We try to share the kids at a small school and let them play basketball and baseball and enjoy their summer a little bit. And really with the way our schedule is here at school, we start school August 13th and we're starting practice August 11th.
Wow.
So the teachers have institute days, Monday and Tuesday of next week, and we really don't have an opportunity to have double days anyway, so it really doesn't come into play for us.
When you look at the Big Northern this year, if you want to win it, who are you going to have to fight to get that championship trophy?
Oh, there's no doubt that Stillman's a favorite and Rockford Lutheran is a favorite. I mean, you have to put those two up top. Lutheran semifinal team last year, and Stillman Valley obviously state champs last year. So those two are the teams to beat.
And you look at the playoffs, you need 5 wins and 6 assures you. Is that a goal that you guys are really shooting for this year?
Absolutely. It's a goal for us every year.
And I sure appreciate you taking the time out, Coach. I know this is August, that time of the year, and lots of stuff going on. And the Big Northern Conference, I think, do you ever sleep during football season? Does that keep me awake a lot sometimes?
Not very much. We, a lot of film time and a lot of planning. So, every coach is in that situation, but it's definitely a grind, but, it's something that we all look forward to.
You can't beat a Friday night in the Big Northern, though, can you, playing football?
Oh, it's the best. No doubt about it.
Well, thanks, Coach, for taking time out today, and we hope that you have a good season this year, and we'll be keeping an eye on the Byron Tigers.
All right, Dave. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the call.
We've been talking to Jeff Boyer, the head football coach of the Byron Tigers for the StatelineSportsHub.com. I'm Dave Schmidt.